Hey guys, welcome back to the Ahn Project. I'm not going to do the introduction today. I have, if you ever want the introduction to the Ahn Project, you can find it on, I don't know, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. You can check out my previous live streams, and it'll be all right there. So, bonjour, salut. Hey, how are you guys doing? And, we're just going to continue from where we had left off. And also, there's a Korean platform, so 안녕하세요, but really I'm Chinese, so anyhow. Anyway, so take a look on stream. What you see is what you get. Everything is very straightforward. Um, it says in the title something along the lines of what was in the previous live stream we had just about 10 minutes ago. The question that I asked myself was what that I put on the title and that I posed was, what is the best way to use our time to get where we want and live a complete, fulfilling life. So, with that being said, if you take a look at this title, it's really a continuation of that: a happy, meaningful, and complete life. And some of these terms up there are a bit contradictory because you take a look at complete, happy, and meaningful. It's possible that what will make you happy, might not be a very complete life. And the things that make for a complete life might not always mean that you're happy. And the same thing goes with meaningful, because certainly many things that you do that are very meaningful and fulfilling in your life can lead to a lot of unhappiness, sadness, anger, frustration, anxiety, mental breakdowns. And certainly a lot of things that are also very meaningful um, can actually destroy you, can be very self-destructive, might sabotage your relationships, your finance, your residence, your housing, your whatever, your health, and sometimes it may lead you in the opposite direction. So for sure, there's a lot of nuance to the title, but I'm not going to get too much into that. The point is, I pose that question to myself, and hopefully you also receive this question with open arms and have come to your own answers. What I know is important for me is that I continue down this road of constantly improving and growing and changing, and in a sense evolving the Ahn Rho Project with me as a physical digital extension of me, whether it be physically, emotionally, cognitively speaking. It's just an extension of me. So why don't I continue? The most important thing then therefore is to run through as many of these tasks as quickly as possible so I can start doing one of the most important things that I have established as a high priority item, is prioritizing. So it's self-recursive in nature, right? I say the priority thing to do is to prioritize, to find out what matters most, to order and sequence and deliberate and make decisions quickly and effectively, and decide what is the most important thing to do at any given moment in time. So the best way to start, of course, before you prioritize, is to really just write down every single thing that you do and all the things that you want to do, where you're heading, what do you want to get done. And specifically, it's most useful if you write it in terms of action words, so in verbs. Don't write in terms of nouns, but rather in verbs, what it is that you want to get done. And so I have about roughly 3-4 screenshots here of the tasks that capture what I currently do, and then a bunch of also tasks of what I want to move towards in the short-term future. And of course, obviously, there are long-term goals and long-term actions, purposes, objectives, bloody-da. All these same words mean the same thing, really, in a sense. And I'm going to try to run through them as quickly as I can in the next 10 minutes. I will not be able to cover everything, that is a dead given, but we can at least get started. So the first thing I want to get rid of is that photograph right here. A very nice photograph, just showing some gratitude and appreciation, which is something that is a key theme alongst the Ahn Rho Project, always to show appreciation for people who have been in my life. And KM is a very great person. She is a mother who has retired retired from her nursing position. But the point is, she sent me this photograph, and I know that many times she just cooks something up real nice whenever we go for our business meetings, and she will bring these bakery items. This is a particular almond cookie, and a traditional Chinese almond cookie, and she's baked it. It's really nice. I have not tried it. She just sent me the photograph, and I just want to let her know. Just want to express my gratitude and appreciation for her. This is a very light, symbolic way of symbolizing of what she does for me. All right, so now we can move on to the slightly more tedious things, because I don't have pictures to show you, but at least I can give commentary. Hopefully I turn this into a podcast, and that makes a lot more sense, because honestly speaking, there's not a whole lot to see here when I'm just commentating. So why don't we run through it? The first screenshot right there in the middle is the most recent task list, and that was composed just about maybe an hour before I started this live streams. So the number one question, what I want. So I'm going to try and breeze through this. I have to make sure that's a speed run, okay? Cover as much as I can. I have roughly about 9 minutes remaining. So question number 52, the point number 52, line 52, what I wanted, what is the purpose, what is the statement. So that was basically the first two titles, this title as well as the previous title of the live stream just ended about 15 minutes ago. What is the best way to use our time? You can see on the top right hand side right there, to get where we want and to cut down our time on things that just don't matter that much. I say that much because obviously everything matters to some extent, but there's a lot of nuance to that. So things that just don't really matter that much. Also, to live our lives completely, happily, and meaningfully means I have to eliminate and eradicate any wasteful spending of my time right now, and I'm not doing a very good job with that. That's something I need to constantly improve on and fix up about myself. All sorts of terrible things about me that I need to remove. And again, that's the Ahn Rho Project, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, and the dire pathetic in me. I cover all of it on stream, because this is the best way to induce behavioral change, is by pitting myself against my own open scrutiny and reflection. All right, too much. 54. Saving means cutting down time. If you want to save time, and we say, I always had this big mental block in me, is whenever I say I have to stop doing something, it always makes me feel like I'm going to permanently stop it. No, to stop something means to stop doing it now, and maybe if you have the time, delay it to a later date. All right, if you have the time and resources, especially if you save your time now to learn how to manage your time effectively, you will be able to save tons, hours, days, weeks, months of time in the future, years in the future, which you can afford to spend on these latter, less important things. So saving your time now means that you have enough time later to do the less important things that you are more ambitious. All right. 55, cut photos off live stream. Talked about that in the previous live stream, so I don't talk too much about it. Basically, stop putting photographs on stream, man. Just stop it. It's not good use of your time. You can put it on Yelp, you can put it on Google Maps, and you can just link it on the live stream. You can show 3, 4, 5 photographs. That's about it, max, tops, limit it. Absolutely, stop wasting my time. All right, that's just me being mean on myself, but it's something that's just disciplining myself. All right, 56. Cut all the effects that are time consuming. I noticed you hear the music right now, by the way. Shout out to the music attribution to DJ Freedom. YouTube's audio library, copyright attribution free. You can find it there. Cutting it loose. Basically, whatever effects I have that are taking too much time, if I had to add music that's taking too much time, I had to put screenshots and take captures of my screenshots and upload it onto my laptop, that's taking too much administrative time. Stop it. Just stop. If it doesn't matter that much, then just don't do it, or save it for the future when you find a way to do it efficiently. All right. Okay, 57. FBA. Okay, this is something that was sent to me from one of my guardians. I spent, like I said, domestic household issues spanning for almost 3 decades. Absolutely horrible 6-figure debt, beatings and lashings, physical assaults and verbal manipulations, threats to disown each other, to cast each other aside, severe disease, all sorts of horrible jobs that they took because they kept hurting each other, manipulating each other, and then manipulating me and my brother. But again, nobody's at fault. Life does this to people, and it doesn't help to blame each other. The point is, after spending my time to be almost a psychotherapist and a physician, and to basically try and bring one of my guardians back up from scraps, help her start her business, help her with her severe illness, help her with, applying for EI and all that kind of stuff. Just trying my very best of my obligations to live my life without regrets and try to save her life. At that time, we thought she would not make it past the winter. The return on interest has been huge. So obviously we're getting on much better terms now. For the first time in at least 28 years, we're actually on solid terms. And that's good. That's great. That's phenomenal. And she sent me this message trying to share some resources that she believed could be of help to me. And she's trying to start her own thing on Amazon. And, I'm not going to get too much details on that. All the best to her. I will continue to try to support her, and she tried to share something with me that she thought would be useful for me, and I appreciate that. Although I will probably not capitalize on that very soon, because that's not where I'm heading, but I'll definitely scrape away at whatever I can make use of from that resource that she's trying to share with me. All right, 58. That was a bit long, but again, plays into domestic issues. 58. There's a lot of storytelling. All my streams are storytelling. That's one way to look at it. There are many analogies, like 15, 20 analogies I used to describe the Ahn Rho Project. Storytelling is one of them. 58. Quora. So this is right. It works. It works to decrease, to increase the ratio of followers to following. So I should remove more spaces or people that I follow until I reach a better ratio, barring the fact that there is a certain limit. You can't have zero following. You can't be following nobody, otherwise you just seem like an inactive account. So I'll keep that in mind. All right, I can get rid of that middle photograph, toss it to the side. Honestly, if anybody's watching like this right now, I'd be very surprised, but again, none of that's really important. What's important is I get stuff done. All right, and save my time. So number 19 at the very top here, this is a photograph of stuff probably that, you know what, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this particular screenshot and just jump ahead to one that I really want to get rid of, because this one is more important. And this was probably the one in the middle right now, the previous day's task list. So I'm just going to run through this really, really quickly so that I can get rid of it. And yeah, starting from, I have about 2 minutes left. Still have to deliver a take-home message. So rush, 0, go to work on time. Don't be late. Please constantly improve. Number 1 is employment. Ex-friend I just mean ex-colleague. I'm pretty sure. It's not to say that I'm not friends with them anymore, but I'm trying to improve the relationships with them. That's probably what I meant. 2, garbage. Dispose of all the fucking garbage I had. Which is probably the Wendy's there. I don't know. No, it was like something else I purchased. Doesn't matter. Number 3, snow shovel. Okay, so that's what it was. This list of tasks here is exactly what led me to I mismanaged myself, and it made basically I slept 6 hours the next day and went to work late by 4 hours. So my fault. Here's the sequence of events. I came home from work late, and then I was pitted against some of my colleagues in a sense, because some of them were just stressed out, and that's not their fault, whatever. But point is, fell off. Then I came home, had to take care of the garbage. At the same time, realizing that the seniors, the landlords, have started doing the snow shoveling, and then I wanted to do the snow shoveling. Got a little bit put off by the fact that, I wanted to help them, but I couldn't. And then the landlords there, and then despair, some sort of despair, some negative mindset set in on myself. 7, I can't remember what it was, but 8, I started binging on an anime, Attack on Titan. So then that was bad. Just clips. And then number 10, for that consumed hours, went way off track, and spent the last few hours doing nothing. 11, project ideal schedule the next day, trying to get that up. 11, 12, I don't know. 13, check. I planned on getting the check. I don't have enough time. I only. Oh no, but no, that's great. At least I noticed, and I'm going to end this live stream on time. So take care of yourself, take care of your health, take home message of your finances, of the people you care for. Make sure, stay tuned. The next live stream I will continue this, but make sure I'll see a better version of you as well as myself the next live stream. Yeah.